Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Happy New Year. So on my channel today, what we're going to be talking about is what do you do when you fail your cabin crew interview. Now, a cabin crew interview, an interview generally, it's kind of like a test, an exam. When you fail that test, you prepare for it again. And how do you prepare for it again? You practice again. You practice and practice again. You get more information. You go out and source for books that will give you more information. So when you go for the interview again, you will definitely do better. So in my own case, I did the interview. I was rejected 3 times. It was the 4th time that I now got the job. Now the first time I went for my interview, they rejected me. And when I got home, I cried, I felt bad. And that was it. I didn't even on my part even think that I had done something unprofessional. In my mind, I just felt maybe the airlines had people they wanted to pick. Maybe that was what was in my mind. I was like, they have people that they want to pick. And so I didn't do anything to improve myself. I didn't do anything to improve my mind. I didn't source for any information, nothing. And I had the dream of becoming a cabin crew. So the second time I went for the interview, I was rejected again. This time around, I did English tests. When I did the English tests, they told us that the English test was going to be for 10 minutes. So that 10 minutes, in my mind, I had told myself that 10 minutes was not enough. I felt, when they give you a test, at least a test should be nothing less than 30 minutes. So I didn't finish the English test, so I didn't even go to the next stage. So the 3rd time, because I was already, when I got home that day, I practiced a comprehension and I timed myself 5 minutes. When I timed myself 5 minutes, I realized that 10 minutes was even too much to finish a comprehension passage and answer the objective questions. So I realized that it was just my mind. So the 3rd time I went for an interview, I scaled through the English test. Now, when I scaled through the English test, I actually reached the final interview. It was when I got to the final interview that I flopped. I remember they asked me why I wanted to be a cabin crew, and I said, I want to be a cabin crew because flying an aircraft is risky, and I'm a risk taker. Some people are afraid of air crash, but me, I'm not afraid of air crash. So funny. And the white lady told me that being a cabin crew, you don't have to have that kind of mentality and all that. And in fact, I think number 3 person that they asked to go. So when I got home, because I had practiced my English test, I made sure I sourced out for information. I googled the expectations of me as a cabin crew. I even bought a book on flight attendants, and in that book I read and I understood what was expected of me. I understood what the job was. I have a video on who is a cabin crew and how to ace your cabin crew interview. You can click on the link down below to watch those videos. It will definitely help you. And I also have an ebook, Life of a Flight Attendant. You will learn a lot. In my book, I even go as far as talking about difficult passengers, explaining to you what turbulence means, and explaining what jet lag is. So if you're a cabin crew and you're watching this video, the book will also help you. So click on the link below to order for the ebook. So let's continue. So when you fail your interview, the first thing you need to realize is you are not a failure. Failure is an event. It's an event. Failure is meant to help you get better. You don't have to go through so many rejections like I did. With this video, that's why I have these resources for you to help you. With this video, you'll be able to understand that it all has to do with your mind. It all has to do with your personality. But first and foremost, it has to be, it starts with your mind. You need to understand that failure, you are not a failure, and failure is not an event. You need to educate yourself. You need to keep fighting. You need to stay positive. Don't let people tell you that when you go for interviews, they only take experienced people. Experienced people have more advantage. Yes, an experienced cabin crew has more advantage. However, you can stand out even better than an experienced crew, because in as much as an experienced crew is there, they can come with a know-it-all attitude and act like as if the whole world belongs to them. And maybe you have taken your time to read books, you've taken your time to prepare for your interview, and you've taken your time in which you will even be able to stand out. So don't get intimidated by experienced crew that you meet there. Yes, I know being an experienced crew has an added advantage, but it's not something that should make you feel like, oh, you're not wanted. No, the fact that they invited you for an interview means they want to get to know you. They saw your CV and they invited you for an interview. So there's something about you. Remember that. So when you fail your cabin crew interview, I don't want you to give up. Do not give up. Try again. But when you try again, make sure you prepare yourself. Make sure you prepare your mind. Make sure you have a positive outlook. Keep believing. But if by the time you watch my 2 videos on how to ace your cabin crew and who is a cabin crew and you read my book, trust me, you will pass the cabin crew interview. You will. I know you will, because you have what it takes. You have what it takes. So I hope you gained something from this class. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Let's connect on social media. I'm on Instagram, Iyetunde A. As usual, my name is Iyetunde Adeyemi. I'm a cabin crew and a makeup artist. Have a great day.